Good afternoon YouTube, welcome to the Home Video Guy channel. Today's video we are going to be talking about noise reduction, and this is topical now because Final Cut Pro 10.4.4 has added a noise reduction effect to its update, and it's a free update, so it's something that really you should consider using if you're using this software and you are processing video that well, essentially has noise. I was going to take time to describe all the scenarios that noise shows up, but there's really not a whole lot of point to that because when noise shows up in a video, I don't need to explain to you what it is because you'll see it. Now right here you can see in my neck and around the collar of my sweater and here on the back of the hood, there's an awful lot of graininess, and this is noise that is in the video. And this is a video that was shot on a very recent phone with a camera that I was expecting actually to handle noise a bit better, but you get what you get. And here I was quite surprised to find in this video how noisy it actually was. So here it is in a still frame. Let me start the video running and you'll get a sense of the noise in this, and I find this to be actually quite excessive. Now we are at 150%, that makes that stuff sort of stand out, so I'll back it off to 100 and I'll play it. You can still see it sort of dancing around. You can see it still very clearly in the face and the cheek and the neck. It's really standing out. And again, this is a phone that's less than 3 months old. So while this plugin will be while this effect will be of great help on older videos and videos on cameras using sensors that weren't so great, it's also going to be useful for people shooting on present day technology. So now that you know what to look for and you know what it is, let me show you how easy it can be to get rid of. Now that said, don't let me mislead you. Applying a noise filter to video or an image is a trade-off. Typically noise is something that has a certain destructive effect on the video. You can see that graininess, it affects colors, it affects contrast, it affects clarity, but then in order to remove that noise, what you're actually doing is applying a smoothing effect, so that's going to lose you some more clarity. So you have to decide what's of more importance to you, and often the controls for applying a denoiser to whether it's photo or video provide you the option for sharpness control. So if you see up here under the noise reduction filter, which I've already applied to this, I should say effect, I keep saying filter, you've got an amount setting and you've got a sharpness setting. And again, that's sort of working that seesaw back and forth. So I found that for this video, the best effect was actually required to go up to maximum, which is, I guess there's 4 settings and that's the top setting. So I did not apply any sharpness after applying the maximum setting because quite frankly there was still a little bit of noise left, and you can see it's still dancing here around here, dancing here in the neck. I'll zoom back into 150, bring it back down to the same area so you're looking at the same area. I'll play it back again. You can see there's this blotchiness here. There's still a little bit of blotchiness here, but that, not to focus on the bad, take a look at the side of the face and how much of the noise has actually already been removed just by applying this plugin. And it hasn't overly softened it. That's some of the negative effects of some of the denoising software or filters on some of the other tools, is that you'll often get an overly softened look. So in this case, I wouldn't say that it's done that. I said it's done a pretty good job of removing all of the noise. Well, of removing a lot of the noise, not all of the noise, but there still is a little bit of a blotchiness factor. So the third thing I wanted to show you really quickly, I'll turn off the noise reduction effect from Apple. You'll see right away how much noise jumps right back in. And I'm going to show you by comparison what the Neat Video noise reduction software does. And this is a plugin that we invested in a few years ago in our family because we do work with so much archived video at the time. The noise in that video was giving me a real problem to try and do restoration and bring it up to a standard where we could watch it on high-def TVs. So we've been using this plugin for a while. Now, it's not a difficult plugin to use. If you follow the instructions and watch a tutorial or two, you'll find it's really not much more complicated than the Apple plugin, but you are paying for it in addition. For my opinion though, I think it's worth it. You can form your own opinion. I'm going to show you the effect here. So I'm turning on the plugin now, and you'll see that down here that blotchiness is almost all gone, and under here in the shadow of the hood it's almost all gone. And I'll play back the video and you'll see that the shimmering is almost nearly all gone, and there's maybe a tiny bit here in the hairline, but that's about it. I'll pop back out to 100% and I'll play the video again, and you can see that it really has done an even better job than the free effect from Apple, but you can decide if you want to spend the extra and if it's worth it to you. I'll play it back one more time and leave it at that. Have a great afternoon, YouTube. I hope this was of some help. Have a great day.